Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I wanted to talk about something that is pretty serious, so it's not going to be kind of a happy, funny video. It's actually to do with the YouTube zombies community, and the problem with them today that I just think that everyone in the community kind of needs to look at and evaluate and just we need to have a look at this, I reckon. So basically, over the last couple of days, we've had a lot of problems regarding eggs and certain YouTubers, and it wasn't always like this. Like, I don't recall seeing this amount of problems in Black Ops 2. I mean, it did have it there, but there was nowhere near enough that we have today, or this week in fact. And Black Ops 1 and World at War, there was a scene back then, but it didn't really kind of exist or elevate until like mid Black Ops 1, definitely by Black Ops 2 it had. But yeah, so I wasn't going to name any YouTubers, but you guys will know who I'm talking about, and I'm not like saying shit about them, but it's just better that I name them anyway, so you can understand it better. So Glitching Queen, she is a YouTuber who uploads videos, and I don't watch her, but going by her name, she does glitches and shit. And recently, she found a couple of Easter eggs, I think mainly the little Arnie one. And from there, she gained a lot of subscribers. And then she was claiming she found another one, a insanely big, huge one, that she ended up posting a teaser photo for. And she didn't really release any details for a couple of days. And then when she posted it, it just wasn't as it made out to be. Like, it wasn't that big or hyped up like she made it. And there's a variety of problems that I have with her, but I will say she sounds like a nice girl. She's a great speaker and all that. She's better than me, so I'm jealous of her of that. But no, there are a couple of problems, and I just don't want anyone to think that I'm just hating on her or any of the other YouTubers or whatever. So my main problem is that basically she, wanted to kind of claim this all for herself. She didn't share it with us. She wanted to just do it herself. And, I can understand if you discover an egg yourself, you can, I think a reasonable time is you spend a couple of hours on it, maybe a day at most, and if you can't further it from there, then go ahead and post it, because, I just think saying you found an egg and you're not sharing it, and you're a well-known YouTuber who just found another egg before, so people are thinking that, you are telling the truth, but the fact you're kind of stringing us along, it's a bit of a dog move, and it's not very nice, I think. It's not in the spirit of the zombies community. The whole foundation of it is that we have all these theories. It's one of those games that, probably a more well-known recent game, Five Nights at Freddy's, has the same kind of thing where, it's got this rich backstory from very simple gameplay, and, you'll play it and you look through it and you find out all these background details. And, her doing this, and not sharing it with us, I just think it's against what, the zombies community stands for. But, she's not the only one. She isn't the only one. There's a lot of other YouTubers that tend to do that as well. They claim all these Easter eggs. And, like I said, you can be proud of being the first one to do it. But I don't think you should, wait so long to do it. I think if you can't, get it between a couple of hours or within a day, if you're doing it, then share it. Let us help you. We all know that you found it. You're the first person to do that first step and all that. So you get the recognition for that. But, to kind of hold it to yourself when, we're all willing to help. We're not willing to take advantage of you. Well, I'm not. I know there are people who are kind of bad sticks in the community that, make us look really bad. But, I think we need to just think about this all again. We're a community, and I just think that YouTubers, specifically the zombies one, they kind of, at a certain point, they become about the money more than, the love of it. I'm not saying that's Glitching Queen or anyone else, but I just think the way she handled things was very poor. And before I start on the next one, while we're on Glitching Queen, there was a bit of a huge backheaval against her, especially on Reddit, on that subreddit. A lot of mean and angry comments against her, and You know, I think people have a right to kind of be a little angry, and, you know, she shouldn't have done those tactics. But when you go far and, like, start giving death threats and you calling her a bitch and all that kind of sexism stuff, like, it's just, it gets too far, because it's just a game, guys. It's not like life and death. And, you know, people get really serious about these Easter eggs on both sides of the spectrum. Some of them get, like, really into it, like, oh, I got to be the first to find it. Others get on the other side, like, you know, death threats if, you know, they're not sharing shit or whatever. So yeah, it was a very disgusting way that I was kind of a bit shocked at and ashamed of. I'm not really part of the subreddit. I do frequent it, but my main zombies home is the CODS forum. But, you know, seeing that, it was just, yeah, I was like, kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Just, yeah. So yeah, that one was a bit overhyped and a bit disappointing. But, you know, it's not as bad as a fake Easter egg. I think people who make fake Easter eggs are infinitely worse. You know, if you were here a couple of months back, you would have seen that I fell for that Transit Hades cabin one. And I felt really silly about it. And I was so angry at the guy who did it. And it just really pissed me off that, you know, people do that and they just... Why can't they just spend the time actually trying to look for an egg or just doing something better? I don't like it. But yeah, that was kind of the case recently with the Giants. You know, the infamous 4 lights in Teleporter C room. They meant to turn green or whatever, and there was a video or a picture posted about it. But, you know, something about Mad Gas, I think it is. And I don't think he was the one who, like, did it on YouTube. It was someone else, and then everyone started hating him. But he wasn't the one who actually found it. It was someone else. But, like, it was this Mad Gas guy. But, you know, like, they actually, like, fucking... I don't know if it was him or someone else, but they, like, photoshopped it or used, like, Sony Vegas to edit it. And, like, you could tell because, like, the colours around the light were different, like, the spectrum of it or something. I don't know. You could see, like, a bit of purple from where they've edited it. And it's like, why? Why would you do that? Just spend time doing an egg, like, looking for one instead of stringing us along. You know, all these people do these fake eggs, and a lot of them, you know, they aren't YouTubers. You know, you get a lot of the ones that you just kind of wrote down, and it goes back to what it was. It goes back to the very start. Round 100 on Nocturne on Toten, you would fight Zombie Hitler. So it's not a new thing, and it'll kind of always be there. But it's kind of new when a YouTuber claims to do it and they're serious about it, and then they just end up, like, not doing it. And it's, like, it's very annoying. It's just a waste of time for everyone. And I just wish that these people would, you know, not do it, because they're doing it obviously just to get more views. You know, why else would they do a fake egg? Like, seriously, I seriously cannot think of a good reason for them to do it. So if you can, like, think of one, like, actually tell me in the comments, and then, like, because I cannot think of one, and I'm just thinking, like, there's no good reason to do a fake egg other than for views and shit. So, you know, that's just kind of pissed me off, because it's another reason, like, some YouTubers are caring more about money and shit. But, you know, hopefully, I think they're not as widespread as they seem to be. Like, there's some really good ones. Mr. Waffle Waffles, I've talked to him, and he's a very excellent YouTuber. He's a very nice guy, and what he does is really great. So, you know, he's an excellent YouTuber you should check out if you haven't already. So, you know, I just hope it kind of all dies down. Like, these YouTubers who seem all about the money more than the community now, when, you know, the community was just founded, and the whole basis of it is to bounce thoughts back between each other and figure shit out. Like, it's unbelievable how much it's changed from the early days, even before when I started getting into it, to what it is now. And it's quite sad, actually. But we still have 4 more DLCs ahead of us. So there'll probably be a lot more. You know, these guys won't be the last ones, and I'm sure there'll be many more in the future. So I just feel like that, like, this is a message to YouTubers. I just feel like people need to reassess what their channel is about, what they stand for. You know, it's surprising, like, seeing, like, the landscape of the community now on YouTube compared to what it was back then, because it was, like, non-existent, and probably when it was existing, it was a lot more nicer, well, not nicer, just more thought-provoking and a lot more grounded, I guess. It just wasn't, it just didn't seem like YouTube money, bring it all in shit going on. So, you know, I'm hoping it goes back to that eventually. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to make this video just to kind of speak out about it, and hopefully, you know, it just changes, I guess. Anyway, guys, I'm out here, and I'll see you later. Cheers.